Welcome here. That is not dead, which can eternal lie, and in strange eons even death may die. Welcome to a Stellaris Let's Play of the Cthulhu Myth. You're undoubtedly informed about Cthulhu and the Cthulhu Myth, so I'm just left to say that I modified or I created like all the races I could find of the Cthulhu Myth, even the ones I did not know about when I read all of Lovecraft and much of Clark Ashton Smith and his contemporaries. So there you have them. The Starspawn of Cthulhu may be the most prominent of them. And the Galactic Moon Beasts Consortium from the strange dreamlands of Kadath, the Mi-Go consciousness, the great race of Yith, the Vormis Empire, Elder Things consciousness, the Deep Ones star hierarchy, the Shan systems, even the Trung Empire and the Merm Collective are the most prominent of them. And what I did is I forced the game to include these empires to spawn in our games. Now they are mostly really weird empires, most of them slaveholders, divine mandates and xenophobes, so it will not be a pleasant game. It will be a game of survival, especially because I haven't played much of Stellaris, enough to know that I'll finish this game if we survive it or not, because it's a great game. And yeah, you can see here that I made the Arkham Humans. Very basic. They're just nomadic, which comes from their past, and communal. They have a thing of sticking together, and they are materialist now, but they have really no special abilities, as is expected from the standard humans. So they're living in a direct democracy still, and there's still a little bit of xenophile. They have not seen the worst yet. They have made some encounters with the great old ones and such, but their curiosity makes them still xenophile. And we'll see if that helps them to survive the great quest of survival, because the ancients of the ancients have rolled the dice again. The universe is created anew with all the great old races in there. Some of them technologically advanced, not us though. It is a giant galaxy, and with a tribute to Cthulhu, it will be a four-armed spiral galaxy akin to the tentacles he bears. Now we're going to raise the number of advanced AI starts to 10. There's 39 AI empires, and I've counted I have 33 great races of the Cthulhu Myth in my game. So there are some randomly generated, like not many, but it should be 6 or 7 of them. And that's absolutely okay, because the game tends to create the most strange abominations ever, and this will fit into the scenario. We're playing on normal because it's such a huge galaxy, and with a number of advanced AIs, we will have much difficulty to survive on a general assumption. So I hope you're going with me on this strange journey into the Cthulhu Myth with all the strange races that are there. And I have some calls to make, actually. If you know of great Cthulhu art that is usable for me in the thumbnails, please send. I'd really like to include it in the thumbnails, and if it's your art yourself, then I'll include your name and website on a prominent place, so you can see it without scrolling down in the descriptions. And if you made some small video clips, maybe I could include them too. It's all about the Cthulhu Myth now, and it's about Stellaris, which is a very personalized game. So it will be a game of great characters pitted together in the great star arena, in the cold and empty, or not so empty space. But we're going for 1,000 stars. And who knows what might expect us. Our leader is a Russian. We have united under Anatoly Antonov. He's a man of a background cosmopolitan more than anything. He has done his utmost to be respected in the United States as well, and to include all the countries that were in the last times of the troubled earth were not so very well, like Africa, Asia, South America. They're all included in the United Arkham Human Republic, who is out there for galactic peace. In the eons since the first primitive Arkham human communities took shape on the grassy savannas of Earth, our civilization has spread and prospered. As our technology progressed to a level that allowed for instantaneous communications, our inefficient nation-states merged together to form a true democracy, with every citizen having a say in important decisions. Now, after the successful creation of several experimental subspace fields, the finest minds of the United Arkham Human Republic have finished development of the first warp drives. The stars themselves are finally within our grasp. Now we are at the first decisions. We know that there are aliens out there, so we know that we must survive. And to do that, we'll have to have, as a peaceful nation, an advanced research. And we have to go for the New World's Protocol as soon as possible, because, yeah, this is off role play here. You don't get this technology that often, and I've quite experienced it that it will be skipped for some time. So if you have it at the start, you're best off taking it. And we're of course also going for the preferred fields of our researchers, if not anything overrules it. So Alma El Samarai, we could go for the engineering facility, but that is a research facility, and first we would really need maybe some money. So we're going for the Betharian refining, which is also not that common. These are our researchers. They will gain experience in time. Next thing is, we have made a science ship with Dwight Rees, and he's a roamer. He has an improved survey speed, which means he will survey the systems much quicker, which means we can probably go by with a science ship, one science ship, for a very, very long time. So let's tell him to begin the survey of our system. As you see, he'll do it automatically, and I'd recommend to you start with the closest planet, so there are not any weird lines going here that will cost you some time. The construction ship is also quite important, and we'll move it like to the middle somewhere, just so that that we are able to go very quickly to any resource-laden planets or asteroids there are, and we can construct mining stations then, which will ensure that we have enough of minerals, because minerals are very important. You'll see why. I show you on the surface. Now there you have the surface pops, and you see here some people don't really produce that much, and that's because you can see the slightly visible buildings here. They don't have any buildings here, so our first things to do is, as buildings on the planetary surface are much more important usually than mining stations and cost much less, so it's the best decision to just build things up there. And we're buying hydroponics farms here because, when you have like that marker here, engineering research, if you build anything else than something giving engineering research at least once, then this will disappear and be replaced by something else. So you will lose that natural production in this terrain. So we're going to improve the natural productions in these terrains by building 2 hydroponic farms here. Now, what I want to know from you is, have you come randomly to this Let's Play? Have you searched for Cthulhu? Have you searched for Stellaris? What have you searched for? I'm very interested in that. And what is your interest in this Let's Play? Do you want to hear more of the stories? Well, I plan to include short stories when we encounter races. I'll, in the following episodes, prepare a short thing to read to you about the races and how they are described by Lovecraft or his contemporaries, which have written about it. And now we're already an unidentified object in the Sun system. These are alien vessels. We should investigate them. They're coming near, and they're very, very strong. We can only hope that they're not out to get us.
Situation log updated. Evading hostile fleet.
And we should investigate the Alpha aliens. It's always in your situation log. It's a hostile fleet. We have encountered some form of alien vessels in the Sun system. These strange objects have been flagged as Alpha aliens until we can learn more about them. We should proceed with caution. The United Arkham Republic has finally encountered, well, finally, it was a very short time, fellow wanderers among the stars. Wow, look at that. The alerts going off. Despite their intentions being unknown and potentially even hostile, the atmosphere on Earth, following the report from our contact fleet, can best be described as rapturous. We're happy because we're xenophiles. And so we're going to set this to passive and continue with a survey of our system as if nothing had happened. And we'll just say that why would they attack us, and how do they even look? Oh, it's a tentacle-like being you see here. Can you see that? Wow, it looks like this description of the great old ones. All the tentacles here. It seems to be quite a strong alien as well. So it would be best not to disturb it. We have encountered some form of alien vessels in the Sun system. Again, these strange objects have been flagged as beta aliens until we can learn more about them. And we're stormed by aliens here. Let's see, what are these? Other tentacle-shaped beings of unknown origin. They are flying towards us. Is this their leader? We will research that again, even if it means delaying our colonial intentions. Look at that, even more of them are coming. And the alpha aliens have already disappeared. Now the beta aliens are waiting here. They are visiting Earth, checking probably the civilized state, preparing. And we're building a mining station on Mars, as there are already things you can mine here. You can mine the power, which is the equivalent of money. It's credits. It's energy credits, but it's credits. We can build a mining station here to give minerals. Minerals are like the most important thing at the start. So we're very happy to get some minerals here. 2 is not a bad value, but 3 is even better. I've encountered stuff with 3, so... Now, if you can get something on the surface, that is always preferable, because it costs much less and it's more efficient that way. But as you see here, we are very blessed in our system. Can build many of the mining and other stations, and we'll first build mining stations for minerals. Because, yeah, the mining stations can be built and with minerals. And now we have encountered space amoebas. What is that? The entities encountered by our fleets some time ago are new wondrous forms of space-borne life. Quickly nicknamed space amoeba, following an analyst's gross misreading of an initial sensor output, the creature is in fact larger than the average human corvette. We should leave it be and remotely monitor the creature and its kin from Earth. And we'll issue a special project for a remote amoeba study, because xenophile. We don't want to kill these beings. We want to live in peace with them.
Situation log updated.
And we'll research that as well. We could build another construction ship, but really we don't have the minerals for it. We have to continually build mining stations. And that will eat all of our minerals. Already, we need 90 minerals. We also need something on Earth sometime here. Some kind of research station then. And we'll head to Juno in the orbit so we can construct...
Special project complete.
Construct it quickly. And we have met the Tiyanki. These were the beta aliens. The space-borne life forms with which the human head of society research has come to refer as Tiyanki are docile creatures capable of accessing some lower dimension of subspace. They roam from system to system with relative ease, though nearly the same ease as human fleets. They graze on gases, common to the upper layers of many gas giants. It is highly unlikely, to say the least, that this is their only food source, but intake of other nutrients has yet to be observed. They will rarely, if ever, attack, even when provoked. They can safely be ignored. Hunting them would be a net loss anyway. And this is available because we are materialist. Oh. Our leader is level 2 now, which gives him more research speed, which is not really important in space that much. But there are some projects that you can research from the ship. And he will also gain other traits here when upping a level. Habitable worlds survey. We now know without a doubt that a thriving biosphere is not something unique to Earth. Both the scientific community and the public at large are eager to learn more about the various forms of alien life found throughout the galaxy. Efforts to catalogue the life forms we encounter are already underway, but our xenobiologists have urged us to focus our planetary survey efforts on habitable life-bearing worlds. And this is a commendable initiative. We love that.
Situation log updated. Special project complete.
Space amoebas forever. The space amoebas, the nickname now lovingly popularized on Earth, are solitary animals when left to their own devices. All but the youngest specimens are accompanied by quasi-independent organisms dubbed flagella, seemingly spawned by the amoeba and programmed through liquid, RNA-laced secretions to do the bidding of the host. Initially assumed to be young space amoebas, the flagella do not seem to factor into any reproductive mechanics, each individual flagellum instead operating solely as a disconnected limb for its host amoeba. These flagella are capable of manipulating and even attacking objects in an impressive yet restricted range around the host, periodically returning to lodge inside the host amoeba's body for reprogramming. There are potential military applications of the graceful patterns of circulation apparent in the flagella's movement. Fascinating indeed. And because of that we are gaining 5% evasion on our ships, which is very powerful indeed. And I think this is also a good point to stop this for now. Next time we'll build a mining station. And we'll probably go into other star systems as well. We already know of Barnard's Star and of Alpha Centauri, and there is a high possibility that somewhere there, out in space, is another habitable world waiting for us. And the Sun will then not be our only planet. And maybe we will encounter even some of the great old ones, or the strange races that roam the cold stars. And you know, I hope we'll see each other again in the next episode of Stellaris meets the Cthulhu Myth. Happy gaming to you. See you in the next episode.